Hello, good evening everyone. A very warm welcome to all in this institute, Abhigyan Academy. Let me first introduce myself. I am Abhay Mishra. I am presently working in MES that I joined through IES 2013 examination. Prior to that, I have completed my BTech in Civil Engineering from IIT Roorkee in the year 2012. I joined IOCL on the basis of GATE examination, and then I joined over here. Since you all have gathered over here, I must presume that there is somewhere in your mind that you want to achieve a good rank or qualify with good marks in IES or the GATE examination. The success, the amount of success that you will receive will depend on the intensity of your desire, intensity of the desire that you are having. That will lead you to the success. Generally, we do not choose our actions. What we choose is our desire, and then our thinking bends in that direction, and our actions are based on our thinking, which is based on the desires that we have. We generally have a lot of desires, a mix of desires in our mind. Like I should say, for you people, you must be having a lot of desire. One of them will be to achieve good rank in IES or GATE examination. Others, watching movies, surfing, hang out with your friends, hang out with your family, or doing any other fun stuff that you want. The amount of success or the amount of happiness that you receive from one thing will depend on the intensity of those feelings. Your actions, if you feel, if the desire to play is the foremost and you want to just play, your actions will be just you will go out and play. That is the basic thing that follows in our mind, that our mind follows, is that it tries to assess your desire, and it assesses your desire. Whatsoever is the highest precedence, that takes precedence over all other, and your actions are based on the topmost desire. This desire is a very powerful thing. If you remove this from this world, the whole world will seem to stop at some stop. Whatsoever thing any person is doing is because of his desires. So, how much one is able to achieve, or how much is his potential, what use of his potential he will be able to do, will depend on the desire that he is having. Different kind of desires that I have talked about, there are a mindset that is made based on those desires. A simple thing, somebody is having a desire to earn money, so his thinking will be according to the earning money. And among you, I can guess that some of you who has desire to earn money is only thinking about how much we as a faculty or are taking the money and how much we will be gaining from this, or how much you will have to pay to attend these classes. This is the money oriented desire that is there in someone's mind. Other desire might be what you are going to learn in this session. this is the second desire that might be there. You would be thinking that what you are going to gain, or what positive things that you take out when you go out from here. These are all the desires, and there must be a lot more, but these are the basic things that will that are present in our mind, and that do lead us into a very bright future. Bright future is dependent on the positive desire, and the desire that will lead you to success. uh, it has unimaginable power. All the power that it gives, it depends on the intensity of those desires. Like all among the desires that surfing and doing, playing and study, the desire to study does not take precedent of at the time when there is no examination nearby. But at the time when there is a nearby examination is there, what you do is all those other activities are curtained, and you just devote more than 200 to 300% of the time that you generally devote to the studies. This is what your mind achieves when it has desire to pass the examination. The height or the amount of gain that you will get will depend on the desire. Like if you only strive for a salary of around 10,000, and you get a salary of around 12,000 or somewhat nearby to 10,000 in a company or in a place nearby, you will be very happy with that. But if your desire would have been around 50,000, you wouldn't be happy with 10,000. So the amount that you will achieve, and you will feel that you have achieved success in your life, will depend on the desire that you have. If you are only having a desire to just pass the examination or to get a job, then that is the only thing that you are going to get. Until and unless you have your aims and your goals high, you won't be achieve anything that is parallel to that. So first thing, you must aim for the highest, and you will be able to achieve your desire based on the guidance and based on your positive thinking attitude, and keeping in mind that this is the most important thing in front of you. You must remind yourself that you have to crack this examination. You have to get good rank and very good marks with very good marks in GATE examination as well as in IELTS examination or any other examination that you are going to take. What is other thing is that there are shackles or chains that do bind us that do bind us and becomes a part of our belief that we are not able to achieve, we will not be able to achieve this goal or that goal. That is a very wrong perception or thing that happens with someone. You are told by many times it happens that you are told by some of your colleagues or some of your teachers that no, this you will not be able to achieve this. You will not be able to get good rank, you will not be able to get good placement or something, and that does build an image in our mind that no, I won't be able to achieve that because a lot of persons are saying like this. I would like to share a story about two kids that were there. One kid was around the age of 9 years, another was about the age of 6 years. The 9 years guy. He was bulky and heavy, heavy guy, and the 6-year-old guy, he was a skinny fellow. Those two were good friends, and they used to go to their school together. In between, they used to pass through a secluded area. No one generally used to travel from that area, so they used to sit over there, remain over there. I spent a lot of time, and a well was there. They used to drink water and play around that well. What happened one day was that this 9-year-old fellow, he fell down into the well. So, what options do you think that there were in front of that 6-year-old guy? The options were only either to go to the village, call help, and if someone reaches there in time, he'll be able to take out the boy. Another was to wait for the mercy of someone around. If he will shout, someone around might come to help him. Or the third option with which he went was to throw the rope inside and try to pull him out himself. What he did, he threw the rope inside the well, asked the boy to cling onto that well, and with all his strength and with too much efforts, he was able to pull that boy out. Now, when they went into the village and they told about the incidents to all the family members, no one believed them, because they all had a perception in their mind that the 6-year-old kid won't be able to pull out a 9-year-old boy who is heavy and who is double in weight from the 6-year-old chap. But there was one old person. He was having a belief that whatsoever these kids are telling, that is not a story, that somewhere is related, that somewhere is true, and other people were not able to digest that thing, that how a 6-year-old boy did that, achieved that thing. So the parents who were curious to hear the side of perception that this old man had, they went to him. And the old man told him that the only and the basic reason that that 6-year-old chap was able to achieve that goal, to pull him out, was only that he was not told by anyone that he cannot achieve that. No one around was there to tell him that no, you cannot achieve it. It is a very difficult task or impossible task for you. But he had that desire to help him, that desire to pull him out, to save his friend's life, that drove his actions, that he was able to pull all his body strength together and was able to do an impossible, nearly impossible, that seems to the nearly impossible task. He was able to achieve that. Whatsoever has happened in your academics or other examination, that does not bound you, or that does not bind you to the fact that you can achieve. Yes, you definitely can get good rank, good marks in IAS or GATE examination. What you have to do is to keep this desire to achieve success, desire to get good ranks at the highest. Your other desires will be subsided by this. Your actions will be driven by this desire to achieve good rank. What you will have to do is just keep on reminding yourself for initial maybe 2-3 weeks that yes, you have to achieve, you are going to achieve, you have to achieve good rank, you have to get in top 100, top 50, and The actions will be given according to that. I wish you all the best with this academy, and I'm hopeful, very much hopeful that with this academy, with uh, this environment and all the teachers, I should say, around you, who themselves have achieved a very good rank and very good uh, uh, rank in this IES and GATE examination, you will be getting a very good grade or IES ranks. The way that I would like to go with this whole thing is, I would first cover the basic theory, then I will give more time to the questions that the type of questions and numericals that will come in the examination, because that will be thing that will help you the most in this objective type question paper. After this GATE examination, when we will cover the subjective part over there. Hope for your very good interaction and bonding with this academy, and I hope that most of you or all of you will achieve very good rank in IES or GATE examination. Welcome you all.